To write an equation for the linear model, we just have to find the slope and the y-intercept of the line. And we can use the 2 points that are marked, and one way to find the slope is to use a slope triangle. So I'll draw in the rise and the run that we need to get from point to point. And then we can simply count and see that the rise consists of these 4 boxes here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it looks like the y-axis is just going up by ones. So that would be a rise of 4. If we look at the run, we've got more boxes. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes. But if we look at the scale on the x-axis, we can see that we're actually counting up by 2s. So each of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes is actually worth 2. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So our run is 14. And our slope, we use the letter M for slope, is rise over run, or change in y over change in x. So our change in y, or our rise, is 4. And our run, or our change in x, is 14. And 4/14 will reduce to 2/7. So the slope of our line is 2/7. The y-intercept is just the point where our line crosses the y-axis. And that's right there at the point 0, 9. So our y-intercept, our b value, is 9. And that makes our equation y equals 2/7 x plus 9. Now, to decide which statement is true about the relationship between the number of eggs and the hours of sunlight, we have some different approaches we can take. I think I'll eliminate some choices that are wrong. The first choice says there is negative correlation between hours and number of eggs. If there were negative correlation, we would see a downward slope to the points and to our linear model. And we don't see that, so we can eliminate choice A. We also can eliminate choice D. Choice D says that as hours of sunlight increases, the number of eggs stays the same. We really can see that the number of eggs is increasing as the hours of sunlight is increasing. The number of eggs is not staying the same. We're seeing an increasing relationship, so we can eliminate choice D. That leaves us with choices B and C, and they're similar to one another. B says that for every 2 hours of sunlight, you can expect the flock to produce about 7 eggs, and C says for every 4 hours of sunlight, you can expect the flock to produce about 7 eggs. And our slope really will show us which of those choices is correct. Remember, slope is the change in y divided by the change in x. So the 2 is the change in y, or the change in the hours of sunlight. The 7 is the change in x, or the change in the number of eggs. So our slope is actually saying that with 2 hours of sunlight, we're going to have the flock produce 7 more eggs. And that aligns with choice B. So choice B is correct based on our slope.